So almost every business has an online presence, right? A website, social media, the whole thing. But how many of us actually know how healthy that presence is? Today, we're going to perform what I call a digital health check. We'll show you exactly how to use search data to find these massive, hidden streams of revenue, and we're going to use a real-world company to guide us.
And this is really the million-dollar question, isn't it? You've got this amazing brand recognition, you've got decades of history, but when you go online, you're suddenly competing with these super agile startups and giant price comparison websites. So how do you take all that history and strength and actually use it to dominate in the digital world?
To answer that, we're putting a company called Sukoon. You might remember them as Oman Insurance right under the microscope. They've been a huge player in the UAE for over 50 years, which honestly makes them the perfect case study. We're going to use this digital health check to figure out what's going on with their online performance and map out a real strategy for growth.
Okay, so just like any health check, the first thing you do is the initial diagnosis. We need to get a clear picture of what's already working really well, and maybe more importantly, where the biggest opportunities for improvement are just hiding in plain sight. And right away, we see a really clear picture. On one hand, Sukoon's brand is an absolute powerhouse. It's bringing in something like 46,000 visits a month from people who already know their name and are searching for them directly. That's fantastic. But the real treasure, the hidden gold, is over here on the right. See, most potential customers aren't searching for Sukoon. They're searching for car insurance or health insurance. And that non-branded search, well, that's where the real battle for growth is won.
So, if we want to capture that massive opportunity, we have to get inside the customer's head. We have to decode what they're actually looking for. It's all about understanding the intent behind every single search. And let me tell you, this is the master key that unlocks the entire strategy. This right here, this lays out the entire customer journey online. It breaks down into 4 simple stages. First, you've got navigational. That's someone literally just typing Sukoon into Google, easy. Then they move to informational, asking questions, like what is third-party car insurance? After that, it gets serious with commercial intent, where they're comparing things like best health insurance in Dubai. And finally, boom, transactional. They're ready to pull out their credit card and buy car insurance online. Understanding this flow from A to Z, it's everything.
So how does this actually play out for Sukoon? Well, this chart says it all, loud and clear. Sure, 42% of their traffic is from people who already know their brand. Great. But look at that other slice of the pie. A massive 58% of their traffic is non-branded. Think about that. These are potential customers who are looking for a product, but they have no idea who they want to buy it from yet. This 58%, that is the digital battleground where market share is either won or lost. All right, now for my favorite part, turning all these clicks and data points into actual cash. Let's put a real hard financial value on these search terms. This is where we see that SEO isn't just some fluffy marketing thing. It is a core revenue-driving business strategy.
And this is where it gets really, really interesting. We've actually modeled out the potential monthly value for just a handful of keywords. Just look at that top one, car insurance Dubai. There are 6,700 people searching for that every single month. Being number 1 for that term is potentially worth over 337,000 dirhams a month. And even a smaller, more niche term like group medical insurance Dubai, being number 2 for that, could be bringing in nearly 29,000 dirhams. This is the direct line from a Google rank to your bottom line.
So what happens when you add it all up? Well, from just the 8 keywords we modeled here, the potential value on the table is over 500,000 dirhams every single month. And believe me, that is just scratching the surface. Which brings us to this absolutely crucial point. This isn't about just churning out endless blog posts and content. It's about surgical precision. This quote really says it all. Focusing your energy on moving up from position 3 to position 1 on a single high-value keyword can be worth way more than writing 100 generic articles that go nowhere. It's about focus. And here's the perfect example of that focus in action. Just by moving one single keyword, health insurance Dubai for family, from the number 3 spot to that coveted number 1 position, the model projects a potential revenue increase of over 115,000 dirhams a month. Think about that. One keyword, one strategic push, and you get a massive financial impact.
That kind of impact is huge. But look, just chasing individual keywords, that's only part of the game. The real question is, how do you build a strategy that captures this value over and over again and defends it for the long term? It's about building a defensive moat around your business, especially with AI completely changing the search game as we speak.
So here it is, the winning formula for the future. It all starts by leveraging their 50 years of authority, becoming the trusted expert online, not just offline. Then you double down on localization, speaking directly to the unique needs of the UAE market. You combine that with a structured user experience that makes it incredibly easy for customers to go from question to purchase. And finally, and this is so important, AI readiness. This just means structuring your content and your data in a way that when the new AI search engines are looking for the definitive answer, they find you. It's about becoming the primary source for the machines, not just for people.
So, this digital health check on Sukoon shows us a really clear path to unlocking some absolutely huge potential. It proves that by really digging in to understand what your customers want and by focusing on strategic opportunities, even the most established companies can find incredible new ways to grow. So, I guess the only question left to ask is, how healthy is your digital presence?